2015 Hyundai Tucson, customer states noise from front end. Took it for a test drive and it sounded awful. After inspection, didn't notice anything until I saw this. Oh my god. I can't believe I was driving this.
This customer came in for an oil change and the mechanic found the washer in quite an interesting spot.
BMW just rolled in for new tires on both fronts. You can see that strut here is good. As you go to the front right. Let me get my lights. Not so good at all. Wonder how the hell this happened. If I try to move this, it's locked up because, you know why? It's contacting the strut. No wonder why the old tire blew up.
This customer wanted the mechanic to repair his homemade wiring mess and add even more to it. The same customer had brought in a similarly wired truck a year earlier, which later caught fire and burned down, taking his house with it. The mechanic refused.
Customer states, my driver's side window won't roll down. Okay, seems to be true. That's new.
A bunch of U codes, communication codes, blah, blah, blah. Start stop doesn't work. They're like, oh, the dealer just put that battery in. It's good. Yeah, batteries aren't supposed to be swollen. You can't see it now, but it's not supposed to leak acid. And yeah, it's not supposed to be that hot.
I don't think the wheel weights are going to fix this one.
Customer states, my vehicle won't start. Well, I think I found out why. It's a nice little tear in the hose. Easy fix though.
Customers said their friend did their brake pads 3 days ago and now they don't have brakes.
There's wasp nests in the cab. I feel like one of them might still be active or something, and I'm gonna get stung, and I'm gonna drive off the road and crash, and hopefully not, because my knees are already in the dash with this thing all the way back.
Customers stated they replaced their valve cover gasket, but they didn't do their coil gaskets at the same time.
Customer wants this all replaced by Monday. Still thinks it's a good vehicle.
Mechanic got a ride in his father's truck and could tell something fell off, only to find one of the tires like this afterwards.
2016 Lincoln Navigator. Customer states, my brakes are squeaking. Okay, yeah, I can see it. You got like 1 millimeter here. It's on the warning tabs. All right, cool. And then he's like, oh, check the transmission, because when I put it in reverse, it makes a horrible noise and doesn't want to go. My brother in Christ, the backing plate is about to come out of the damn bracket. Like, I don't even know what to say.
This customer had just come from a different shop that either incorrectly installed this new U-joint or put the wrong one in.
Customer states, my 2006 Silverado LBZ has got a very, very intermittent skip. Customer, you are right again. Right there he is.
This 2026 Santa Fe lasted 14,000 miles before spitting a rod through the oil pan. It was caused by one of the bearing caps coming off.
How wiggly it is.
Wiggle wiggle, looks like that tooth's ready to come out.
This customer forgot to winterize their boat's motor, and this was the result.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Customer states, now that you mention it, the rear end had been making a weird noise for a little bit, but I thought it was something else.
God damn.
If you bought a 6.6 gasser and you thought you were safe from the L87 lockup issues, you are wrong. There's a new one. Here's the old one. Look at this. Spun number 1. 2 is okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So yeah, the 6.6 gassers are just as bad.
Mechanics found this family of opossums hiding in this customer's engine bay and safely relocated them elsewhere.
2016 Z370. I'm just kidding. It's a 370Z because I'm not dumb. Customer states my clutch pedal's hard. Yeah, that'll do it every time. Jesus Christ.
Just turn the radio up and ignore those noises like this customer apparently did.
Oh yeah. Come get a load of. Oh, there's no back pad. That it's gone. Oh no, it's there. What the hell? Where's the pedal? There's some life left in those. What do you think?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit here.
Oh, there it is. Here you go.
Nice.
Customer states,
My 2010 SS Camaro keeps skipping on cylinder number 7. We've put every part you can put on it, and it still ain't fixed. Customer, you're right. You had a ground rubbing right there.
Who needs tow bags when you can just use the old reliable method like this customer did?
George 4, locking lug nuts 1.
If you have one of these newer Yukons and you think that there's an oil pan leak, let me tell you, be diligent, because check out what this one was doing. We got oil all along down here, and it looks like an oil pan, but use an inspection camera and get up in here, it actually can roll that rear main seal, and it looks just like an oil pan leak.
This customer thought this noise was coming from their brakes.
Just had this vehicle in for a vibration. Nothing's been touched, but in fact we'll do this by hand. So yeah, just there you go. We just tightened up the locking wheel nut because that was loose. We're just going to remove the caps now, and literally. Yeah, another one loose. So that's 3 out of 5 so far. Now we're going to check the other 2 while we're here. Well, we're going to check all of them because this car will not be leaving without all of them being checked. So here you go. Another loose one. That's 4 out of 5 loose. And for the last one. Hey, we got one that was nearly tight. It was just one wheel, near side front, had left 4 out of 5 wheel bolts loose. I mean, even the 5th one wasn't massively tight, but we checked all of them and the customer's now good to go.
This engine unfortunately lost oil pressure and, as you'll soon see, destroyed some of the bearings. The customer ended up opting for a LS replacement.
Tell me why. We don't need training to be mechanics. Anyone can fix a car. Customer taking the KA to help. Frauds, we'll call it. Because the side light didn't work. Yep, don't work. So, took it out, and I just get it a little bit of a... Do I see it? Oh, it's a bad connection. Original bulb that they fitted, told them that they couldn't do it, take it to a garage. Oh, we're taking the piss, people. Come on.
I'm all for customizing your car, but adding a bunch of shrapnel to the passenger airbag is not the right way of doing it.
Today we've got an EA 888 Gen 3 and this one's got low oil pressure problems. This is a good one because sometimes you can start going and replacing things and get a little bit lost in the bigger picture when you should maybe just check the basics. This thing has just had a service from one of them drive in, drive out jobby places. Not at liberty to say who, but obviously they were in such a rush when they were doing the oil change that they only replaced one O-ring and not the ones there. And you can see that these ones broke getting off because they're so hard. Was allowing it to push oil pressure past that and causing an intermittent low oil pressure light.
Thanks for watching another episode of Mechanical Nightmare. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you have your own clip, you can send to us using the link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.